I first heard about the fertile window, it sounded very confusing. Cycle days, ovulation, counting numbers, I did not understand it. But I later learned a very simple way to track it. And I figured why I didn't really understand it was because I wasn't paying full attention and I was following needs, believing what I felt should be correct without actually finding out what exactly is the correct thing. This was before medical school, by the way, so you are not judged here. I'm telling you this so that you can know I have been in your shoes way before I became a medical doctor. And it's a good thing you are watching this video. So please stay with me till the end. I will take you through 5 easy peasy, broken down, relatable steps on how to know your fertile window. And if you like what I do, please don't forget to subscribe and share. Step 1, you need to know that day 1 of your menstrual cycle is the very first day your period starts, not when your period ends. I know a lot of people think that day 1 of the menstrual cycle is when the period ends. Actually, when your doctor asks you for your last menstrual period, your doctor means the first day of your cycle. So your last menstrual period, LMP for short, is not the last day you saw your period. No, it means the first day you saw your last period. Are we clear? So anytime we talk about cycle length, last menstrual period, just have it at the back of your mind that we're talking about the first day your period started, whenever you're counting your menstrual cycle, not the last day of your period. For example, if your period lasted for 5 days, that means the last day of your period will be day 5 of your menstrual cycle, because day 1 is the first day your period started. Are we clear? Now, this method I'm teaching is for ladies that have a regular cycle. This means that your period comes after a particular amount of days. It could be after every 28 days, which is the most common, or 21 days, 22 days. The normal menstrual cycle range is 21 to 35 days. This means that every woman should see her period after every 21 to 35 days, with 28 days being the most common. If your period comes after a specific amount of days, you have a regular period. However, even if your period changes by a couple of days, a few days, that is still normal. But this method is not for you. I will teach you how to calculate your fertile window if your menstrual cycle length varies from month to month in my next video. So stay tuned. Step 2, know your cycle length. Does it vary, or does your period come after a specific amount of days? Step 3, estimate ovulation. Ovulation typically happens 14 days before your next period, not 14 days after your next period. Since ovulation happens 14 days before your next period, simply subtract 14 from your cycle length. Capiche? That is it. For example, if you have a 28-day cycle, which is the most common, simply subtract 28 from 14. That's it, sis. That is it. What do you get? 14 days. The number you get, that is the day you're most likely to ovulate during your menstrual cycle. For example, I have a 28-day cycle. So I've always known, okay, 28-day cycle, on day 14 is when I ovulate. Then you go to your calendar at the start of your new period. For example, let's assume my period started on the 1st of March this month. I'm going to go to my calendar and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 down to day 14 and tick that ovulation day. Another example, Amy has a 21-day cycle and her period started on the 1st of March. Simply subtract 14 from 21, that is 7. So she's just going to go to her calendar, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and mark day 7 as her ovulation day. Understood? I know it's easy. That is just it. But we're still not done. Step 4, you're still fertile even days before you ovulate. And that's because sperm can live inside of you for up to 5 days. So this simply means that you are fertile 5 days before your ovulation day. Your fertile window is not just your ovulation day. No. To know your fertile window, you take your ovulation day, count 5 days back. Now let's take Amy as an example. Amy has a 21-day cycle, don't forget. So she's going to ovulate on day 7. And her period started on the 1st of March and lasted for just 4 days. Ovulation day for Amy is day 7 since she has a regular cycle. We are going to count 5 days back from day 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Amy's fertile period started on the 2nd of March. What does this tell you? I purposely used this as an example. What does this tell you? It is a popular belief that you are not fertile during your period when you are menstruating. That is a popular belief, but that is not true. And when people say, oh, you can get pregnant during your period, but it's rare. Is it really rare? No, it's not really rare. It just depends on the cycle you have. Women with short menstrual cycles are fertile during their period. That's why I use Amy as an example. Are we all following? Yes, we're all following. I just thought I needed to debunk that. So your fertile window starts from 5 days before you ovulate, the day of ovulation, and we like to add the day after you ovulate, just in case you ovulate late, because we really do not have like a clock down there to know the exact time you ovulate. So we don't like to throw in the next day after your ovulation. That makes a total of 7 days. Your fertile window is 7 days. Are we all following? You see, was it hard? Of course not. Not hard. And that was step 5. However, the highest chances of pregnancy are usually 3 to 2 days before you ovulate and the day you ovulate. Like I said, this video teaches you how to track your fertile window if you have a regular period. But if your menstrual cycle varies from month to month, it can be a little bit more challenging to track. But guess what? I have a very easy peasy method, and I will be explaining it in my next video. So if you have a regular menstrual cycle, but you have that friend that has an irregular menstrual cycle and is always struggling to track her fertile window, please send her this video immediately. In my next video, I will teach how to track your menstrual cycle if it varies from month to month. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now you know.